I still don't have an intro. Anyway, welcome to my review of Back to Blood. This game was provided to me by Warner Bros. So thank you very much. The Ultimate Edition. So I got a few days early start, or like it was on Friday when I started to play for myself with my friend, and we beat the game today. And today I was going to do the review. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the good, the bad, and then like just the overall thoughts, right? So let's get into the good stuff first, right? The good stuff first, the good stuff. So this game, obviously, if you like Left 4 Dead, you're gonna like this game. It's very much the same fun I had with Left 4 Dead when I was way younger. The co-op is very good. Like joining a session with a friend, no lag. Crossplay is probably the best crossplay I've ever seen. I've actually never, with people on Xbox and PC, like inviting, over and stuff like that. Not a single issue. In the beta there was some issues, but not here. So crossplay, perfect. There are 4 acts in the game. Obviously it gets harder the more you play. Act 3, for example, has less missions than Act 2, but they're way longer. You fight more bosses and obviously stuff like that. So the more you get in, the harder and longer it gets, obviously. And what I really like about it, this game, outside of like the fun co-op stuff, is the card builds. Now the builds, they are like endless. You get cards on top of cards on top of cards all the time, so you can like make different builds. I have 4 or 5. I have 4 builds, but like 6 decks. Each deck is like a build, right? So I have a healing deck, I have a melee deck, I have a LMG/assault rifle deck, but my favorite is so far healing. That's how I stay alive, obviously. But yeah, I feel like when you play this game on hard difficulties, you kind of need at least one healer, and you need a team. I didn't play with a lot of randoms. I played with one friend, and we were 2 or 3 most of the time. So it was usually a bot or someone random from like PC, PlayStation, sometimes even Xbox. So it works fine there. It just works fine. Now, one thing I really also like is the dual sense features of the different guns. There are a lot of guns in this game, and I would say this or Call of Duty from last year has the best like FPS features in a game, and the Deathloop. So Deathloop, Call of Duty from last year, and this game, in terms of FPS games on DualSense, has really used it well. For example, let's say you're gonna use the melee, right? You can charge, and it's gonna like vibrate a bit, and then like you hit it. So like the more you charge, the harder like it pulls towards you. If you use a sniper, the bullet is gonna be like obviously harder to hit than a pistol when you press down the R2 button. So it's very good, like very good usage of the DualSense. Not vibration stuff, no, not that much. That's like simple stuff. But in terms of like the actual haptic feedback, yeah, that's there definitely. So the crossplay is very good. Like I said, I'm going forward. I hope whatever they're doing here, just more games do that for crossplay. I really hope so. In terms of like progression and my time beating it, I think it took me 15 hours. I mean, we didn't play the same missions over and over. It was just like sometimes you fail. I actually played, which is shockingly, on Recruit. Now, I'm gonna get into that why I play on Recruit, because Veteran is, I think they do it on purpose. Veteran is literally impossible. Nightmare, I don't think anyone has beaten Nightmare on Act 1. Like I looked at the trophies before I went live. 0% on like the website. You can see people who have their like PSN profiles. 0% still. That is, I don't know how you can do Nightmare, but it's very difficult, even on Veteran, which is like the middle normal difficulty. So we play on Recruit everything, and now we played a few missions on Veteran. Now we have like better stuff, which I think it's made like that on purpose. Yeah, so like the sound is also very good. I play with the headset all the time, and you can actually hear a lot of times like where it's coming from, where zombies are coming from, which ones. Like you can actually hear if it's like a bigger one or a smaller one, where they're coming from, which direction, which is very good. So obviously sound design is very important in a game like this. Yeah, but let's talk about some of the bad stuff now, or like what they can improve. Now, the thing I didn't experience is solo play. Now I know there's like a huge progression issue there. So if you plan on getting this game and only playing it for a solo campaign, just like a different mode, you can play this with randoms the whole game, like 3 other randoms, bots, whatever. But if you want to play this solo, then like there's a big patch coming later, or like they're fixing the issue, whereby basically you get no progression at all. So if you get this game only to play solo campaign, then just wait a bit, or like wait until they fix it. I'm sure you can check that on their social media. Now, my personally the biggest issue for me, number one, which they actually addressed today in a tweet, is the balancing. Now, keep in mind, like, you buy a game, maybe you're not good at the game. I usually like to play on hard difficulties. Recruit was sometimes very hard. Not very hard, but like, it was challenging, right? Veteran, from the beginning, you can't even do it. Whereas like in the beta, you could. So like, I think maybe people complained and they were like, oh, let's just bump it up. And Nightmare, I didn't even try it, but looking from the trophies, like, that's literally impossible right now. So it's good that they're fixing that, because there's a huge, my biggest issue with the game is the balancing issues. I didn't have connection issues, like no connection issues for me. I have good internet, so no connection issues, no crossplay issues, but the balancing issues itself in the game, there's definitely are there. And also, just to mention, this is right now what you're looking at is the Swarm. We did play 2 games with that. It's a very good concept. Like, I recommend anyone just to try this out. I did it so I can get a trophy. But yeah, this is very fun. Like, I'm looking at the gameplay now. This is very fun. I didn't expect it to be this fun with the Swarm mode. But my main focus is the the acts of the main story that I beat. But I did also play this. I did play this. Another issue, or like one of the other issues to me, is you don't have enough players and someone leaves or whatever, you get a bot. The bot in this game, there's something very wrong with them. I'm gonna give you an example. So my friend or me, whatever, gets stuck. There's a bot next to us. They're looking at us while we're dying, right? And they just put ammo down and do nothing. They don't even shoot, no knifing, no nothing. But then sometimes, like, we're in a room, they just go ham and destroy everything. And there was like one time they were like shooting in the air. There was no one there. Maybe they like saw something somewhere like that we can't see. They were just shooting in the air, like spinning. We're like, what? What's going on? Like, the bots are not good at all. I do think. I mean, this is like issues they can fix, but the bots are not good. So, if you can play this game, definitely have a team, or pray that you don't get a bot if you play with randoms. Definitely do that. And something also else, like something that's not that horrible, but it's the melee. Sometimes the melee, like, you melee something, but you just, like, how do you explain? Like, you have melee, right? And then you go forward, but nothing happens. And you can see blood coming, but you didn't kill the zombie, or like, you can damage it. That's kind of annoying, especially like when it's a hard difficulty, or like there's a lot of zombies there, and you just want to knife someone and like just run away or whatever. Or just knife to knife, I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't happen. It's just a small issue. But yeah, by far the 2 biggest things for me is right now. For me, obviously solo play doesn't affect me. I don't plan to play this game solo at all. So, but that's a big issue I know that a lot of people have. Is balance and bots. But definitely balance number 1. Balance is by far number 1. Like, I want to play this game on all difficulties and get to platinum or 100% eventually. But right now I feel like they are gonna fix it. They acknowledge it. So, like, do I recommend it now? Recommend it later? Like, it depends. It depends, right? I hope they fix it for most people. If you want to try this game, it's also on Game Pass. Day 1, PC and Xbox. I played it on PS5, as I said, with the DualSense. Very good there. Now, the big question is, do I recommend this game? To 2 people, right? I recommend this game. If you like co-op or Left 4 Dead, and you have friends to play with, yeah, I recommend this game. If you don't and want to play this alone, then maybe try it on Game Pass or wait for a sale. I think waiting for a sale is probably the best thing for most people, only because so they can address like the bot stuff and the balancing issues. Outside of that, yeah, I think this game has a lot of potential. There's a free expansions coming with the Ultimate and Special Edition of the game, so I can't wait for that. I think in a year from now it's gonna be a way better game, especially when it like take feedback. It's like an online only game, right? So like, obviously it's gonna update, keep getting better. But I think like for online game, especially how some online game launches, this launched very good, or like good, I would say, not very good, but good, because the balancing stuff is kind of annoying. Like, it throws you off because like, why is recruit? Like, you play recruit, right? And it's very easy. And sometimes it just like goes from easy to like super hard, and then goes to normal, and then super easy, and then super hard, and like, there has to be a good balance there. Like, if I play on normal difficulty, yeah, I want the challenge and stuff like that, but it's not gonna be a point where like it's literally we almost make it or we don't make it at all. Like that's not normal difficulty, you know. That's like nightmare or hard at least. But yeah, rating wise, this is a tough one. Out of 10, out of 10. Now I've thought about like what I'm gonna give it. Obviously, for right now, I will give it a 7.5. But once they fix the balancing, as they tweeted today, actually, I'm not trying today, but if the balance is way better than it is, then it's an 8. But the way I played it, all my 15, 16 hours that I spent on it, I would give it 7.5. If the balancing was better, I would give it an 8. For now. Now, obviously, I think this is a game that I have to play more. The more I play, the more I'm gonna like it. We have expansions coming, so I think we're gonna do a updated review once all expansions are there, all the patches are there. That's when I'm gonna like to make it just a better review of just the whole game, like how it is now compared to then. Because online game, they take feedback, they update all the time. But I'm very, 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 very happy this game exists. I used to play Left 4 Dead a lot back then on the 360. Then obviously once I get the red ring, I got it on PC a few days later. I just kept playing there too. So yeah. If you have friends, or if you have friends, I mean, like if you have someone to play with, or like if you just have online mutuals, whatever, then yeah, it's a very fun game. You can just try it out on PC or Xbox Game Pass if you don't want to pay for it full price. If you just want to play solo, then there's no point getting it. They have to fix the solo stuff, so to make it that better, and obviously the balancing issues. But yeah, that's it for me. I really like it. I can't wait for expansions. I can't wait to keep replaying it, obviously in hard difficulties. I'm very excited to try out the balancing patch coming out, because that's like my main issue, even over bots. Like the bots are funny, like they give good moments, at least with the bots. They're so stupid sometimes that you just laugh it off. But the balancing is annoying, especially when you play with randoms and like they rage quit and then you get more bots, it leads to stuff like that. So yeah, basically, if you have someone to play with, or if you know someone who wants to play with you, at least one person, and I recommend it. If you're a solo player and just want this campaign, then wait for sale. That's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to